Hi people, it's me Anja, my pronouns are she and her, and welcome back to my channel for a new video. I feel like the title of this video is pretty self-explanatory, so let's just get started. The first book on this list is called The Grimrose Girls. This book is a YA fantasy contemporary following four best friends who are investigating the murder of their best friend. I said best friend too many times. But anyway, this book constitutes for this list because of the four main characters. All four of them are queer, but two of them are people of color. One of them is Asian and Aro Ace, and the other queer POC main character is half Native Hawaiian and half black, and she's a lesbian. So that's fun and dandy. We love to see it. The representation in this cast of characters is so lovely, and it's so wonderful, and it's so spot on, and it's so normalized, and I absolutely loved it. All the characters are also so distinct and so well developed. I love them all individually, and I also loved their dynamic together. I'm so excited to read the sequel to this book because it's going to be so good. The plot was so thrilling and absolutely so intriguing. The world building was so awesome, and it was so well done. All the side romances as well were so well developed and so cute. So anyway, with that said, I would highly recommend this book. The second book on this list is called Dreadnation. This book is a YA historical fantasy that follows a young black bisexual girl who gets caught up in a series of conspiracies as families start to go missing. And it's set in an alternate Civil War era where instead of the North and South fighting, they're fighting zombies. So that's fun. The world building of the story was so inventive and so creative, and it absolutely made the story so unique. Second of all, the characters are so well developed and so distinct. The bisexuality representation was spot on, and I really enjoyed it. The plot was so thrilling and so absolutely intriguing, and I loved it. This story is so good, and it's so underrated, and for what? The sequel is also really solid. This duology is so good. It's so well done, and I enjoyed every single second of it. So anyway, with that said, I would highly recommend this book. The third book on this list is called A Clash of Steel. This book is a YA historical fiction retelling of Treasure Island, and it stars Asian sapphic characters. This book was so good. First of all, the world building was so intriguing, and it was absolutely so good. It hooked me in from the very beginning to the end. Second of all, I loved how the author incorporated her own Vietnamese culture into the story because it really made the story come to life so much more. Third of all, the plot was so intriguing, and it was absolutely so thrilling, and it really kept me on my toes from the very beginning to the end. I was just so invested in this story. The characters are so well developed and so distinct too, and the romance was so wonderful. This story deserves so much more hype because it's absolutely so excellent and so wonderful and lovely and so exciting. This book is awesome. So anyway, with that said, I would highly recommend it. The next book on this list is called Rise to the Sun. This book is a YA contemporary following two black sapphic main characters over a 3-day music festival, and it was absolutely so good. I had really low expectations for this book because the author previously wrote You Should See Me in a Clown, and that book was good, but it wasn't great, so I was not expecting this book to be more than good, if you know what I mean. This book was so awesome. First of all, the two main characters were both so well developed and so distinct that I love them individually. Second of all, the sapphic romance that developed between the two of them was so cute, and it was so well done. This book is so emotionally driven, and we love to see it. I love emotionally driven stories. The plot as well was so intriguing, and it was so well done. Typically, I don't love stories that are set over a short period of time because, well, I don't really know why specifically, but anyway, in this story, it worked so well. I fell in love with the characters, with the romance, with basically everything that was happening, and with that, I would highly recommend it. The last book on this list, and certainly not the least, is called File with File. This book is a YA fantasy contemporary that follows a pair of sisters who are both Latinx, and one of them is bisexual, and they view dragon slaying differently. One of them, dragon slaying, takes the forefront of her life, and with the other one, the bisexual one, dragon slaying takes a back seat. But anyway, this story was so good. The world building and the dragons was so well written and so well done. The world building was so inventive and so unique, and I really enjoyed it. The plot was so thrilling and so intriguing. The characters were so well developed and so distinct. I fell in love with both of them individually, and I also liked the two of them together, if that makes any sense. Like, their sister relationship was so wonderful, and it felt so natural and so well done. This story deserves all the hype and so much more. It's absolutely so awesome. The bisexuality representation as well was so good. So anyway, with that said, I would highly recommend this book. So, in conclusion, since this video is a part 4 to my favorite books with queer POC main characters, I will leave in the description box below parts 1 through 3 if you haven't seen those videos already. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please don't hesitate to give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below the panda emoji if you made it all the way to the end of the video. Thanks for watching, subscribe to my channel if you're new, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!